My favorite word in life is create. I live on that word. And to me, that is the ultimate satisfaction. Thinking, creating something. I got into it like initially patent. The company I worked for, they had a good reward system for creating patents. So that was so cool. It was like, wow, I can make more money by just thinking more. I just have to write it and work on it. Patents do get approved. So I tasted that. It's not difficult as long as
what do you get when you mix 100 patents, 2 books, a can-do attitude, and an obsession with customer experience? You get today's guest, Ajay Malik. He's led innovation from hardware to cloud, turned around companies, built high caliber teams, and wrote a book literally on RTLS and AI for wireless networks. If you think AI is just for data scientists or Silicon Valley dreamers, buckle up. This conversation is about to reshape how AI reshapes products, companies, and entire user experiences. Welcome, AJ.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to talk to you today. Now, you talk a lot about user experiences being central to innovation. In the world where AI is taking over pretty much everything from personalization to predictive analytics, what does true customer obsession look like today?
Make sure this is the thing, AI is there to personalize the experience and not be boring and aligned with how the person is. Like my son, he wants to use a product, a company website or person. He has his own way. He wants to deal it in his own way. I want to deal it in my own way. My wife wants to deal it in her own way, right? People work like this. There is no one set formula, but we have been in past, we were doing like one size fits all, like Costco. Costco has this socks size 6 to 12, one size fits all. It's useless. Come on. It's like it's useless. One size never fits all. It's just a way of, it's like, like we do. There are 12 horoscopes. People are in 12 categories. That's it. We fit it. It's not the right way. Customer experience. AI is all about personalizing the experience to the micro level so that the person actually feels satisfied, happy, and feels good that they went for that service.
That's so spot on. I think that's a great analogy. We all use it differently. Now, in our house, we debate which one's better. Is it Gemini? Is it Chat GPT? We have this debate in our home. So I love your background, and it spans real-time location systems to neutral networks. You have a huge and varied background. What principles carry over from this diverse background of yours, no matter what, in the industry of tech as it relates to tech?
I think curiosity, sometimes people say follow your passion. I don't know what is passion and how do you know what is your passion, and follow your curiosity. And you know what, if as long as you follow it, you enjoy, you have fun, you can give time to it. It is like work. I genuinely like, although my son always says you are different, but I never ever feel that I'm working. To me, I sometimes actually get stressed out that maybe I'm having too much fun. What am I doing with life? I'm having too much fun. But if you ask my people around me, they say, oh, you are working all the time. And because the work is so much fun for me. Like when I'm sitting next to my laptop, I'm working, coding, typing, it never feels like work. And I think that is the key thing, is you have to follow what you really like, enjoy, and be curious about things and just keep exploring. You know what, it doesn't matter whether it's RTLS or AI, they are just different areas of technology or something. It's just you will enjoy and have a good fun life.
And that's such a good nugget. I think you're spot on. There's so many different pieces inside of all of us. We're not, I'm an engineer, but I'm not only an engineer. I'm also a yogi. I also I have many varied hobbies, and they all have become part of my life, AJ, because of exactly what you just said. I was curious to understand what this thing called yoga was, and I was curious to understand engineering. So I love that you brought that up because I think it's such an important point. And if you find things that you enjoy and you're curious about, you're spot on. It never feels like work because it's blissful to do the things that are passionate and bring you joy. It's very blissful. So I love that you brought that up.
It is. I am also so blessed. I am honestly. It's everything in life is random. From the birth, whether you are being born, that's random, and then where you are born, who your parents will be, where you will study, who your friends will be, your career, your first job, your first project, your boss, your bosses, everything is such random. But the beauty is, like, all that random leads to something you are so happy, and that's the fun. And I am so blessed. It's so much random, but hey, here I am, and I am having good time.
Money Ripples is on a mission to help professionals like you get their money working harder. Their clients free up an average of $35,000 their first year without having to work extra hours. To show you how, they've put together a powerful training called Cash Flow Secrets. And as a listener of the Executive Connect podcast, you can get it completely free. Just visit moneyripples.com/secrets and enter the promo code EXEC. And another nugget of wisdom there, randomness, like in how you lean into the things that happen to the random people you meet, the experiences that you come around, the schools that you go to. So I think that's another great point is leaning into the random things that happen to you and really looking at the positive side of things. I joke, I would have never in a million years met my husband had I randomly not sat next to somebody on a plane. On a
Wow.
plane. And so random, right? Like you said, things just happen, and being curious enough, in my case, to take the date. And so I think I love that you said that. And now I want to get into a total pivot for you, is talking about the grit of turnarounds. You've led multiple turnarounds and successful exits. Talk to me a little bit about what's the first thing that you look at when you're stepping into a situation that needs reinvention?
It's when I do not know if something I am stepping into it and it needs reinvention. Once you are there, you figure out automatically. It's like, hey, where, like my personality is, I hate following processes. If you want me to not do something, tell me, do this. Okay. It will be very easy for me to follow that path because I will go in the opposite direction or I will do something else. But you know what? I have also created processes. And then I create processes and I'm like, oh, let's define it. And this is how you should do. This is how we will do. So I think turnarounds and changing the direction of the theme, it's all based on like where you are, how you see things, and then what is the vision, where you want to go. And then you start figuring it out. I think one thing have always been, I have learned from my bosses over the time, right? Most of me is basically what I have learned from people, I think. And, like I was working with them and I was absorbing their skills, copying their skills, becoming a different version of myself, right? Every time. And few things like visualizing, right? Figuring it out, what is the top down view, what do I want to go, what is the ultimate goal, thinking like that, what's the big picture, and and then course correcting. And then sometimes you really do a course correct. I have learned in my life in projects, Typically people are like, oh, we are 6 months into a project, we had picked this technology, it was a bad idea, but we have only 6 months to deliver, so we have to just continue, we don't have a choice, and let's continue and we will think. And I have learned, no, you can change the horses in middle of the race. It's okay, don't be afraid. And I think that's what it is. It's like you figure out and you go forward, and if you are lucky, you will be successful. If you are not, you will learn.
It's funny, as you were saying that, I'm thinking back to all the terrible process followers in my career that I can think about that never follow the processes. They were the most innovative people I know. They would find problems in the process and they would create better processes and better systems and more innovation. So that must be the secret is, solving the problems, via just doing the work, right? I think, sometimes we don't know what the problems are until we start executing whatever we're executing, right?
100%. You do not know. You know what? It's very easy to look from outside. Ah, that's how it is. You know what? And we should fix this. No, you have to understand the people. You have to talk to them. You have to feel it. Like what simple sayings, right? Only the person who is wearing the shoe knows where it pinches. You have to get a little bit into it. Okay. Because even if you have seen something in the past, if you keep doing it like the way you have seen, that won't work. It's like, if you have never asked a girl out, you will never ask a girl out. Because no, you have to explore, you have to go outside. So you have to, every circumstance has to be different, and you have to learn and you go from there. It's fun.
And I think innovation needs more than just a good idea. It needs also the right team. So
Oh,
I'm
100%.
curious your approach to building top caliber talent around emerging tech like AI and maybe even IoT.
I think I tell you, it's all about the team. I will be nobody without the team. It's a fact. Okay, the people who are doing the work, the people who are thinking, they are so much better than me. Okay, and I know that they are better than me. They are like 10x, 100x better than me, and I know it. But and we have discussions, arguments, and we work together. I think the key thing about building a team is you have to really not focus on who is at what level or who knows what, or hey, you are young so you may have no experience, you are senior, you have more experience. No, nothing. Assume nothing. Start fresh with everybody. And you know what, and give everybody a full freedom and chance to demonstrate what they are talking about it, what they are thinking about it, and listen. And once you start doing that, you build a relationship with them. And you know what? Good teams are not about very super smart people working individually. Good teams are actually about teamwork, people working together, people helping each other, help enabling each other, or thinking, and other people listening to others. Okay. If people don't do all those things, big companies will never be formed. And I think so. What you do is you enable them, and your role, the biggest thing you do is your role is you have to understand you are the reverse boss. You are not their boss. You are they are the actual boss. If they don't produce, you are screwed. They are the real thing. It's like, you are if the restaurant owner thinks, oh, it's my restaurant, if the servers do not serve properly, guess what, restaurant will get closed. Okay. And so you have to think that you are the ultimate receiver. You have to, and it is because of their work, their effort, their thinking. You have to know it in your heart. If you believe in your heart that you are successful because of them, I think you will figure out how the team will work. And I think teams produce, most people actually want to do good, they are hardworking, they are smart, creative, but you have to just enable or create an environment where they can actually be producing infinitely for you. But you have to be the reverse boss. Do not think that you are their boss. I think it will never work.
Yeah, I love that you said that. And I appreciate that you said that. I know when I started in my career, I often thought that I had to have all the answers. And, I was too young, so I couldn't bring my perspectives forward. But I think there's something to be said about teams with all different types of ages, all different cultural backgrounds, all different, experiences. I think it really brings magic to any team when you all have different backgrounds, and finding a way to work together as a team is, the sweet spot, because when everybody's working as a team, it feels like a family. And when one of the family members is down, the other ones pick up for them. And so when you're working in that kind of a environment, you're working in a way that's non-transactional. You're supporting each other, not only personally, but professionally. And people that are leading teams that understand that, it's amazing how much more productive these teams are versus the ones that are micromanaging, non-compassionate, do not listen to their employees. And let me tell you, early in my career, I had a lot of those that didn't listen or think that I knew what the heck I was talking about. So it's a blessing when people get to work for people such as yourself that have that attitude. You're rare and you're a special unicorn because
I am not special. I tell you, I can guarantee you. Okay, but I tell you, I had so many bosses. Okay, and I have changed so many jobs. Okay, and I tell you, my first boss, Maduresh, amazing. Okay, my second boss, Shiva, Jane Lee. Okay, and then Basil Alwan, then Sujay, Anthony Bartolo, Amandeep. My God, and in Google, I had Kamran. Oh my God, I've been lucky. And I tell you, that is the biggest luck. When I was saying random, that's the luck. You get so good bosses that you are like, oh, you just learn. They help you grow, and they actually do things for you. You thank them years later. Oh my God, he did this for me. He did that for me, or she did this for me. We still, I worked with Jane Lee, and I'm not even in touch with her, damn. But she was my boss in 1998, 1999, 2000, and amazing. Amazing. We even like it, even at my home, my wife and I, even if we talk about her, we say, oh, she was so good. And she did this for us. That's the thing. Once you have that, I think you learn, and you just naturally want to copy them. There was one boss I had, this guy, Sasan Temuri. Okay. This was when I was in Adaptec. This guy resigned. Okay. I had just joined that company. He joined. He was there, and he was a very nice guy. And a few months later, Sasan Temuri resigned. And I didn't know him very well also, right at that. But you know what? Over 600 people signed for him, for senior management, make him an offer he can't refuse. Wow. That's the boss you want to be. Nobody has done that for me. but 600 people signing for you. Wow, that shows how much people can be loved, and how much the bosses can be loved. So this whole thing of the bad boss is there, but good boss thing is also there. It's out there. There are a lot of good bosses. If you're randomly lucky, you will find them.
Are you someone with a demanding job, but tired of the 9-to-5 grind? What if you could build a profitable side hustle without sacrificing your full-time career? Our new partner, Book Profits, can show you how to turn your limited free time into a thriving online business. Learn how to find, sell, and profit from used books all on your schedule from the comfort of your own home. home. Not crazy tech skills needed and no major upfront investment, just simple strategies that fit into your busy lifestyle. Visit the URL on the screen for a free training today and learn more. For sure. And I think they up your game. They bring
Yeah.
out pieces within each of us that we didn't see were there.
Yeah.
They bring out maybe areas that we didn't have the confidence in. They give us the confidence to take on a challenge, take on a task, to do something that maybe we didn't have the confidence for. So I always think, guilty by association, when you're around these really great bosses, really sharp bosses, really compassionate bosses, you learn how to be those people for other people.
Yes, 100%. And that's how it grows. You become better. It rubs on so much. It's not. Although all the sayings are like, one bad apple destroys the basket and all, but no, one good apple can actually do so much good to everybody else around it. We grow. We learn how to become better person, better
Yeah.
manager. Like this random thing, I will tell you this. Kamran, he was my boss in Google. Okay. And he said that, Ajay, we should always count our blessings. And he explained to me, he's the one who would explain to me a lot of times. We had many good conversations that we have so much and some people don't have many things. And everything is all about, uh, what do you say, random, why they don't have it and why you have so much. You have to appreciate it, you have to thank the god for it and respect the fact that you have it. And if you think like this, I think you will always, you do better. He was, of course, Kamran is super perfect. I'm not there yet, but like yes, that's the thing.
Well, we're all a work in progress. And I think, another great point is we naturally think about what's not working or what's broken or what we don't have. It's easy to look, with social media and TV and magazines and books at, oh, they have this and I don't. So therefore I lack in this area. But when we look at what we do have in our lives, so much more of it and many more blessings come forward when you're grateful for the things you have and the challenges you have. I know for me personally, all the challenges I'm grateful for because of who I become in the process and the things I learn. And I tend to try not to dwell on, life as it happens to us all.
Yeah, it is very nice, good conversation, very nice. I'm very happy to be here today. Very
Well,
nice.
we're happy to talk to you. Now, 100 patents is no joke, and I got to unpack that a lot here. What drives your creativity, and how do you decide which ones are worth pursuing and which ones are, maybe for later or ones you throw away?
Okay, so, well, I will tell you this. My favorite word in life is create. I live on that word. Okay. And to me, that is the ultimate satisfaction. Thinking, creating something, and that is how it is. And I got into it like initially patent. The company I worked for, they had a good reward system for creating patents. So that was so cool. It was like, wow, I can make more money by just thinking more. Okay. And and I enjoy it. It is like, to me, I just have to write it and work on it. And patents do get approved. So I tasted that. It's not difficult as long as you are thinking in whatever, creating something useful, right? And that has been a good experience, and I enjoyed. I got into it. I just got into it that you should, if it's your good idea, make time for it, spend some time on it, and write it up and patent it. It will be useful in so many ways, and you make money. It's a resume builder. It has so many benefits. And it's ego booster. It's a differentiator. So I think that's all. There's so many things that drive it, and you keep doing it. How to pick, there is no formula. You go for it, and you slowly learn that what will work, what will not work in the area you are working on. If you have a creative idea, to anybody who is listening, I would say start with file a provisional patent. It costs like few $100s, and then it gives you 1 year to think. And once you think about it, maybe it will be, and maybe it will create some good money revenue stream for you for life. Or if nothing else, it looks so good on resume.
Now, walk me through your creative process. Like, I know for me personally, I start my mornings. Kind of what we talked a little bit about at the beginning is in gratitude and writing different things that are on my mind, what I learned today. So do you have a specific creative process that you work? Is this like a meditation thing? Is it something that you just, as you're walking around the earth, you just, oh, that's a great idea, I should patent that?
I do not have a specific process. I can tell you that. It is like it's a spur of the moment thing. You are working on it and you think it and you think, oh, this looks like a good idea. And you see, oh, this is indeed a good idea, very useful. And then you pursue it. But process wise, I do have a process. When I wake up, I just take stock of all the things I have to do, and I always spend like 30 minutes to 1 hour planning my day. And I sleep very less, so which gives me more time, and I enjoy it. Thank God I have that habit. It's I use that. I don't need 8 hours. But that's the world has that. Those are averages, right, for the world, right? So I'm happy with what I have, and I need 4 or 5 hours. In fact, I can skip a night once in a while easily. So, so I'm fine, and that gives me more time, and I use it.
Oh, I love it. If only I could sleep 4 hours a night. If only. I am one of those numbers, the 8 hour. I work hard, play hard, sleep hard. And my
Yes,
8 hours,
yeah,
I need it all the time.
yeah. Sleeping is such a waste of time. But it
I
depends. It
know.
depends. If you need it, you need it. Okay. And it's like every minute feels like, oh. But you know what I do? Like I do a lot. I think I have seen all of Netflix. So, I do all the other things. So it's okay.
Yeah, and there's something to be said about that. I think I love what you said about planning your morning. I think in the world we live in today, everything's coming at us so quick, so fast. So we're responding to everything that happens versus you leading yourself. I think that's a really important piece of advice to the listeners is putting together a plan when you start your day on what you need to accomplish and where you need to go. Otherwise, the day is going to take you for a ride in multiple different directions.
Yes, you have to plan. You have to control your day. I'm telling you. Otherwise, it will, because I still do things which I should not. I waste time on things. I enjoy so many things which just because I'm a geek and I'm enjoying it, and I waste time in Adobe, vectors, graphics, this, that, which may or may not be even my top skill, but I enjoy and I do them. So I will waste time, but you need that time to waste. So you have to plan so that you don't miss the most important things. You have to make time for the things that really matter for that day or next day or 2 days. I think using your calendar is a very important skill. I really am still surprised, like a lot of people live without calendars and continue. And it, well, it works out for them, but I think calendar makes it easy. You can plan better.
I think you're spot on. I think people often ask me, like, how do you get so much done? And it's exactly what you just said. It's calendared, it's scheduled, it's planned. And we look at the year in full in January and we move accordingly and we change accordingly. But if there's no calendar, there's no plan. And if there's no plan, it's hard to accomplish the things you want to
I'm,
accomplish.
I'm with you. Very nicely said.
Now, I'm curious if you, looking back at your career and all the different companies you've worked for, and all the different tech companies, different divisions, different bosses, different managers, if you could give your younger self any advice, AJ, what advice would you give yourself?
Wow. Advice to my younger self? I don't know. I want to be young again. I, I do not know what advice I will give to my younger self. Once one of my colleague, he reported to me, and he would say, "Oh, Ajay, I hate like you shoot from the hip and you say whatever or do whatever, and you go and sometimes I really really hate it and everything." And I asked him, "Okay, so what should I change? Tell me, give me your advice." He was a friend also. He's a friend still, right? And I said, "Tell me, what should I change?" And he thought about it, and then he said, "Okay, let me think about it." He took time, and then he came back. He said, "No, it's okay. Continue the way you are. At least I know where you stand, and it works for me. It works for us because we have, there is no filter. You have no filter, and it works for us also. Actually, we have a benefit also of this." So I don't know. I think it is okay. I think I'm happy. Whatever happened in life and where I am, I'm happy,
I
satisfied.
love it. Now, would you have done anything differently?
Like what? I don't
Maybe
even.
150 patents instead of 100?
I don't know. I think everything is sum total wherever I am, and thank God I'm okay. I would not change anything. Who knows?
I love it.
Yeah, who knows where I end up? Have you seen that movie? It's an old movie. Gwyneth Paltrow, the train in, what is that train? She's like, this whole movie is about like she enters a train or doesn't, and her life is like splitting doors or something like that. It's a very good movie. So like how the decisions you make and the paths you take, I don't want to change any second. Then I may not be here talking to you. So I'm happy with whatever happened so far.
Good advice. AJ, this was a masterclass in turning complexity into clarity. Where can our listeners go to learn more about your work and stay connected to you?
LinkedIn, talk to me, send me a message. I always make time. I use AI for a lot of things I do. So I do have a lot of time in my hand. I can talk to you. I can give you, if you need some advice or just like a sounding board, talk to me. I'm here.
Thank you so much for being here today, AJ, and sharing your knowledge and your time. That is the Executive Connect podcast.